OSRL and OFI Invitational, you you get really good at like co-commentary, because it, like, especially if you're a main commentator, it's like you can't just like stop talking, because otherwise they're gonna think you're taking a breather and then you have to keep it. So it kind of puts you in a position where you're like, you talk and be like, so whatever the commentator is, what's your thoughts on this, and you have gone live.
Yeah, I have gone live.
Hello stream, it is I, Helix.
I mean, you could honestly just talk about still the same stuff that you were talking about. It was the same with me and KA. I started the stream early, and we just talked about random stuff.
Yeah,
You know.
But yeah, it kind of puts you into a position where, so, you talk about an overtake, they go down the inside, whatever. It's like, it's a great overtake. You're like, so, like, what's your thought on that overtake? Do you think they've like degraded the tires or whatever? And it kind of, yeah, it puts them into like the same type of conversation you're talking about, instead of them talking about a different battle that isn't relevant to the stream.
Yeah. It is, but I mean, sometimes you have to deal with them.
Yeah, exactly.
With awkward commentators, co-coms, and that.
I will say this, and I know that people will be watching the VOD, so I'm not gonna speak badly on anyone's name, because I don't have anything badly to talk about. But it's on K1's behalf. It's like, he's definitely improved, because you tried doing co-coms with him in season 2, and it's like speaking to a brick wall. You would not get a word out of him. You had to like shove it in his face. He's definitely improved, but it's been a very slow process. But K1's a great person, man. He is very genuine. It's just, he has a lot of improvement that he could make to be a better commentator. But
Yeah.
There's a long road for a lot of people.
I think I need to really change my chair. It's so squeaky. My chair is so squeaky, man. I think at some point I need to think about changing my chair. Even the armrests are not even like, they're wobbling. It's just been for so long with me. But the squeakiness has been from like week 2. But now it's just like, earlier was manageable, now it's just like, I just
Wildstorm, you've got a random guy like flirting with you in the Twitch chat. I don't know who that is, because like that's just not me. But I mean,
I don't
that's
even,
a bit weird.
I mean, I don't know if on my Twitch it's just like disconnected from the chat.
Yeah, so you know how my username is JPM13, right?
Yeah, that's definitely not you. Dude, I'm not gay, okay?
Well, I mean, yeah, you gotta say it to him, not me, man.
It's a little.
It's just not me. It's not me, man. Sunny, innit?
Yeah, I don't know why I can't send a message. But I don't know what the fuck.
It's...
Twitch is sometimes a bitch for me. I don't know why it doesn't want to work properly for me. I seriously don't know. Anyways, I think it's gonna be good to talk about the race. And there is my classy, our favorite Spaniard, in the lobby as well.
my distant amigo in the very distant distance.
Yeah, very far away. Um, but yeah, again, for F1 it is China, Shanghai. This time for F1 with no sprint, so normal qualifying this time, 28 laps. And wait, was it 1 point? But no, wait, no, it wasn't this. I got confused with F1, the F2. So in the drivers, as Charldinho last race didn't race, and Zinc having a almost near perfect weekend after starting last for in the sprint, has has outscored Charldinho by 30 points, and now he's leading by 9 points in the championship. Then behind those two, it's a big cliff behind them to Tessa, 55 points to Zinc, as JSTM has the same amount of points. Then another set of the same amount of points as Roadrunner and Illyrian are with 57 points. Close behind them is Chimp with 53 points, and then the rest is Chimp, Dylan, Joshi, Jono, McClenny, K1, Lancer, Wizzy Boy, Darwizzy, Chesney, Jonathan, Marinov, Gabby, Felix King, Robo, Flatbread, Windex, Bottle Cap, Xur, Drilla, Wave, Curtis, Nikolai, Ulrix, Tig, Alfie, Noise, Alex, Minley, Minty, Russell, Chap, and Mel.
Big long list of people.
Yeah.
Just wanna quickly shout out. Obviously, you said that Hazy now leading the standings. He's I wouldn't say he's an unlucky driver. He hasn't really had the best form of luck. However, he's from season 1, back when we were in the JJO Lancer era of championships, especially considering how less competitive the grid was back in season 1. But no, charldinho has always been up there, but never close enough to really compete with the front runners. So it's good to see Hazy now really fighting at the front of the field. Wizzy Boy was saying long time no see. It's good to see you, Wiz Stappen, in the Twitch chat. Astronomy also says wait Helix, and it's good to see Astronomy. So it's good to see you all, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's very good to see Helix back in here, although might be only for the quali. Not known if it's for the race as well. Yeah, go to fix. And as well in the constructors, it's McLaren way ahead of Alpine by 54 points. Mercedes third with 134 points, 77 points behind McLaren. Then a much bigger cliff, like if you take half of Mercedes points and then take a little bit more off of it, then you'll get Aston Martin's points of 62 points in the fourth, Alfa Romeo fifth with 58. Them having a good recovery in now mid-season, because Roadrunner has joined back into the league, and getting Alfa Romeo in the good spot, and as well Roadrunner himself getting good in the good spot. Haas 6th with 47 points, Ferrari 7th with 43 points, AlphaTauri 8th with 34 points, Williams 9th with 23 points, and Red Bull dead last, 21 points only. And that's the constructors. McLaren will definitely keep the championship lead after this race, but it will depend on how big the championship difference is gonna be. Is my comments? No, it's not. For fuck. Where's my Twitch now? What the f...
If you're wondering if you are still live, you are.
Yeah, I know, but it's... The thing is, it's only for my phone. It works on my laptop, it works on my PlayStation, it works on literally everything else. It probably works on my refrigerator that it's like flipping 20 years old. But it doesn't work on my phone normally. I don't get it. Now it's disconnected.
You need one of those Samsung fridges that have the big screens on them that you like double tap and it like turns on.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I would probably really get that. Or I can just log in on House of Racing's channel, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, and for a quick thing as well, for any users that are here wondering why I am here all of a sudden, don't expect this to be a usual occurrence. You will see a Season 5 comeback for the man, myth, the legend, myself. So it is a small process and a bit of a wait, but then you will see me. Also on my summer holidays as we start to load in, people are readying up, but
yeah.
yes, that is when I will officially be back. You know that Season 1, Season 2, Season 3 took a break in Season 3, back in Season 4, but didn't make Season 4, and now making a comeback in Season 5. It is Helix who will be there. But let's get into the action.
Yeah, into short qualifying. It's only short qualifying, so you will be... I mean, it depends how you thought about doing quali. Like, did you mean full quali or just for how long? The quali?
I will be here for the entire quali, and then the race is more just if I will or not.
Okay. So basically for 18 minutes.
It's about time. It's about time, really. It's not guaranteed that I won't be here for the race. It's about time. It is long.
Yeah, for you it's like what? 3 a.m.
It's 3:05 in the morning right now.
You call that morning?
Yes.
I mean, 2 hours waking up at that, or not that early, but a little bit later, like half an hour later, like a little bit earlier for my work. Yeah, we're going to.
I'm 15, mate.
Yeah, and that was only for job training or training on the job, whatever it is. Anyways, we go back into F1 into quali. I forgot that here it's only short qualies, or if it's a sprint, then it's a one shot quali. I forgot about that. It is a very different thing from for example HOR to like FOR, where they do. I mean, it's pretty normal to have, like, if it's there 17, 18 drivers, then it's gonna be full quali. But here it's not like that. It is always short quali. Or you have first rise, Alan Track, Muggy, Darwizzy, Menley, Jono, and Wizzy Boy. Jono on the inters. Yeah, go on.
Nah, it doesn't matter. It was just gonna pretty much go into what you were originally saying, but it's kind of irrelevant now.
Okay, K1 as well, out on track. Felix going out on track. Then second Alpine going out on track. That is Charldinho, the one or the first championship contender. And Zing's still in the pits. That's the second championship contender for this race. After this race, there's gonna be four more rounds. After this, I got corrected yesterday. On Friday, that it's actually 4 and not 3. And as well, here's 16 corners, not 14. That as well I got corrected by. Wizzy Boy is gonna be starting his first flying lap, the championship leader in F2 by just one singular point, I believe, but still, the championship contenders. Felix has crashed out on the straight. He has crashed out on a straight, on the main straight, on a very long straight.
So, using my very tactical skills, I was down in the barrier just having a look at the incident, and definitely 100%, he just crashed. Yeah, it's just simple as that. You know, it wasn't on purpose. He just kind of crashed. The car just kind of went into a barrier.
Turned in into the wall. Like Nicholas Latif in Japan 2022.
It just did it. You know, it just did.
It just did. Okay, power steering went wrong. Wizzy Boy through turn 13, but Felix has already said that tire warming went wrong. If you know the esports strategy, that is not the best way to warm up the tires on this game. Actually,
it's just quick.
No, not even that. It's just all about to press the throttle, but as well pressing the brake pedal at the same time. By that, you are warming up the brakes, but with that, it is as well warming up the tires.
I wouldn't recommend doing that in real life, especially in a Formula 1 car. You fry the transmission.
And brakes as well. Mainly goes... and brakes. Mainly goes fastest with 131.731. Earlier was Darwizzy, but even first it was Wizzy Boy, but we're talking about all that, how the strategy goes with tire warming. Monkey goes fourth with astonishing 156.919. It's a joke, by the way. It was probably just a warm up. Charldinho, the championship contender, goes provisional pole position, and it goes 131.565. Chesney Riz goes P2, 31.717, sort of close to Charldinho. The championship contender for F2 is currently very close for the pole position here in F1. Ryan goes P for 131.802. Wizzy Boy not on a flying lap. Both the McLarens are still in the pits, as the same with McCloskey, and then few are on the Inters.
Yeah, Inters is normally just a way of saving tires or just to get used to the track. It's normally the main thing why Inters are used. It's just something you kind of learn after a while. And yeah, apart from that, you also have Tessa, who's on a fast lap on those soft compounds. A couple other drivers who are now coming out on an out lap as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one strategy, but I guess they're just doing it for Delta. I guess that would be one thing. But as well, just to not use tires or something, I don't know. Wizzy Boy says that his wheel is bugged and it's delay on shifting. As well, Felix, yes, that works as well in the races. It as well works in the races to warm up. It is the best way to warm up the tires, and as well to waste fuel. It's the best way. But only for the races, I recommend doing that. Only for under the safety car restarts, when you know that the car in front or cars in front are not gonna go. That is the best time to really do that. If you're on a just straight coming out of the pits. On your first pit stop, then there's no point doing that. You're gonna lose like flipping 5 seconds because of that. I'm gonna lose mass amount of time, but only for safety cars, or really just generally safety cars, really. It as well as works on the restarts to warm the tires, and as well wasting fuel. It really works.
I think a big conversation that people continue to talk about, and I think I agree on the other side of things. You know how when a safety car comes back into the pit lane, there's a 3-lap thing before DRS once again activates.
Yeah.
I think they should just rid of that 3-lap thing and just have DRS like as a thing available to them, because if anything, you're just kind of stopping racing. It kind of, like, don't get me wrong, they're all closer together, you know, they are all going to get a closer slipstream and tow, but then DRS would just allow for maximum racing in that period of time, because, you know, after 3 laps, pretty much DRS becomes useless because you're already creating that gap. So having DRS on as soon as safety car comes back in, it just allows for racing at its absolute maximum. Anyway, the Haas of Dylan Ark will be coming around the final corner, already has, and now across the line, and the time set on the board is pretty nice. It's 31.729, went P3.
Yeah, and as charldinho at the same time improves on his time on the U set of softs, going 131.382 and increasing the gap from Szczesny to himself to about 3.5 tenths. So that's good news for him. To be fair, DRS, I mean, with that, it's just gonna cause a mass amount of chaos. Like, imagine at Spa how that is gonna work. Going up through Eau Rouge and Radion and into Camel Straight, it's gonna be like 3 wide there. Immediately.
Yeah, but that's a bit more entertaining, isn't it?
I mean, if you're looking for entertainment, then that's one way.
At the end of the day, a commentator's job is not to worry about how the driver feels, it's to worry about how we feel. Commentators are kind of selfish in the sense of, we care about the entertainment, you guys care about the driving.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if something, then it's maybe reduced to 2 laps only and not 3, but still with 3 laps, I think it's perfect. TLW is on a flying lap, although it's not maybe the best. Jono is as well a long time behind him on a flying lap, but we'll be looking with TLW on a flying lap as he's earliest on a flying lap, unless Darwizian is on a flying lap, but I mean, he could be always, but we will be looking with TLW, which is gonna cross the line. He goes P2 131.647, so he was on a flying lap. TLW is gonna cross the line and he's gonna go P10 132.467. It's not really a great time as he is 1.1 seconds behind charldinho. Finally, the 2 McLarens have gone out on track and JSTM is gonna be starting his flying lap. Behind him it is Wizzy Boy on a flying lap, finishing his lap, and he's gonna go third, 131.670, ahead of his own championship, or between his championship rivals down in F2, as that is split by Menley, who goes third, 131.650, and K has finished his lap, but he stays 10th, or either tells me maybe now that was, or something. Jono finishes his lap, goes 5th, 131.709. It is very close from P8 to P2. It's very, very close. Szczesny is finishing his lap, but a snap of oversteer on the exit. It's gonna cost him some time, and he doesn't improve on his time in the end. Williams going back into the pits. Then Alfa Romeo, that's McCluskey, our favorite Spaniard, is gonna cross that, and he goes 12th, 32.850. Moggy goes provisional pole position 131.214, and Chimp goes third. It is an Aston Martin sandwich, and charldinho works as Ham, or whatever you want to think about him. But anyway, it is an Aston Martin 1 and 3 currently. Moggy on top and Chimp in third. Then it's gonna be JSTM finishing his lap through the final corner, a little bit wide on the exit. Snap oversteer as well on the exit, but JSTM is gonna cross the line. He goes 4th, 31.528 from the Indian. Isn't he Indian? I mean, he has the. I mean, he has the Indian flag, so.
I don't keep up with nationalities. I see most of these people as English.
Okay, Zinc goes provisional pole position by 3/10 on Muggy. 30.913. The first race to go into 130s. And that's a very impressive lap from Zinc. A very good lap from Zinc. And that's, well, if charldinho is gonna gain time 4/10s, which he can because that time that he did, that is currently on the board, is on the used set of tires. So he can improve on this lap. Can definitely improve on his lap, but we'll see by how much later on.
Yes, astronomy. He's an interesting one, by the way, because
Astronomy?
that man has had. Yes. So okay, I should probably specify. So this guy's had multiple name changes. His first ever name coming into this league was Constella, right? Then it became Darwizzy after that. And then after that, I think I'm missing out on a name. And then after that, it became Astronomy. And I was actually in a party with him when he changed it to Astronomy. And me and him changed usernames at the very same time. That's when I became JPM13 and moved away from the Helix name.
Aha. Okay,
Yes,
so...
whole backstory that has literally no meaning.
So it's basically Darwizzy.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Tessa completes his lap, I believe. And he goes 31.451. Puts him as well in a very good position. Muggy is still staying out on the lap, I think. Or was that I don't flipping know. I got lost with you talking to me about that a little bit. Dylan finishing his lap, he's improving through that second sector, and he's gonna go P2, 131.054, slots himself in a very nice position. It is still 1.5 tenths down on Zinc, but still in a very good position for the race. In BP I did 30.8. Well,
it could have been D1, that would have been realistic, so I'm asking me, was it D1?
Yeah, I mean, these cars are equal, and then, I mean, yeah. Okay, you keep up with the chat, because every time that I see a new comment, I really need to restart the stream on my phone. Or restart the stream,
How about you focus on the action? I'll talk every so often about some blast from the past from somewhere in season 1 or something, and then I'll just talk in Twitch chat when something comes up, and then I'll also bring it up if it's like important to the stream.
Yeah, sure. Menley is starting his flying lap, his second flying lap. As of right now, he sits 9th, although if he is gonna improve by like a 10th, he's gonna be up to P8. I mean, the pack is very close. As Illyrian has retired in the pits, there's still a good amount of time in here. Charldinho starts his flying lap. One of the horses is gonna start his flying lap. That's Juno. But Darwizzy is on a flying lap, 1.5 tenths up on his time, and into the final corner, turn 16. No oversteers. And he's going to improve on his time to P7, 31.475 out of JSTM. It's a good position as well for him, considering that he's normally an F2 driver, but as of right now, he's P7 in F1. The same with what?
You go. And then...
But as well, Chesney was in the beginning looking great, but not as much. Wizzy Boy in 11th, so the F2 drivers are not looking that bad, honestly, in here. The Basalov is
that was the elbow in the Twitch chat, by the way. He was just mentioning that because of his teammate pitted as well, he wasn't going to make it back out in time.
Oh yeah, because it is one minute only in qualifying. I was only seeing it now because, first of all, time is going really quickly. Second of all, it's just that there's always yellows. Charldinho is improving on his flying lap, and he goes from pole position, 130.836. and he could be on for pole, but Zink still isn't on a flying lap. He has a good amount of time to start the flying lap, so we could see Zink absolutely smashing charldinho's time, but that's only if we could see. Moggy retires as well, so the only thing that you can hope for is 4th. Dylan as well in the pits retiring. McCloskey starts his final flying lap. Wizzy Boy as well. Jono as well retires in the pits. Darwizzy goes into the pits as well. Then it's Tessa is gonna be starting his flying lap. He doesn't have time. Tessa as well has finished his qualifying. He stays 6th. So the next car to be finishing his lap is Ryan, who is improving by over 4/10 through the second sector. With that, he should be up into P6. Can you find more time through this third sector, through the final corner? Very nice run through it. Ryan is gonna be P5. Very good position. 131.270. 7,000 out of Menley. Chimp in the meantime slightly improving 14,000 through the second sector, and he is gonna cross the line, and he goes P7 31.385. Now the two Alpha Tauris, and Menley stays 6. KA goes up into P11. JCM currently improving by only a 10th. Then the two Red Bulls is gonna be first Chesney and then TLW, and they're at the moment not in a good position. Chesney riding that curve on the outside, and he manages to go up into P11, 31.556. TLW stays 16th. JSTM finishing his lap first, and he goes 7th. Zink, is he gonna go personal pole position? Yes, he does, by over 2/10. 130.612 for the McLaren. It should be, yeah, it is pole position for the championship leader here in China, but charldinho is still in P2.
Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for interruption. Obviously, congrats on the pole position towards Zink's name. It's actually a funny thing, if you actually pay a close attention to his username, it's actually ZNYQ. But no one says it like that because that's a weird thing to do, so it is Zink. But Lussie, you know, I gotta keep my deal with you in the DMs. I said if you didn't get a top 3, you're getting clowned on, and I don't care about your steering wheel issues. It doesn't matter. You fucking idiot. How do you manage that? You are so much better than that, Lussie. You need to go touch grass or go find some air or something so you can come back and be the racer that I know you are, because that is just coming in on 3:30 now, and also my phone is at 1%, so it's about to die. And you know, I'm sure you don't want to hear a huge amount of vibrations on my headset. So, but you know,
yeah.
Yeah, I will be back in season 5, so don't think this is the end of me, but this is probably the last time you'll hear me for this season. I will be back, trust me.
Alright, see you soon.
I need to find the place. Eventually.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, there we go. Alright. Peace, adios, love you all.
Ciao.
See you next season.
Yeah. There goes JPM as lights are going 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights are out, and away we go here in China. charldinho doesn't get a good start. He doesn't get the good enough start to attack Zink into turn 1. Zink defends the inside, but charldinho already tries to go back to the inside, overtaking on the inside into turn 1 and 2, but now he's getting attacked by Dylan, who is on the soft, so he's of course gonna be faster on these first opening laps, as Ryan has been caught in an incident. Down to P18, 5 seconds behind McCloskey, who has of course problems with his wheel. down into the midfield. There's a big dive from TLW, making contact with Jono, but I think it's still all fine. McCluskey leaves the session. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. As Manly and Chip fight for P8 into turns, flipping whatever they are. As behind there's a mass amount of carnage, many drivers spinning. That's Darwish, Illyrian, and Jono. I think there's someone else, but I don't think so. McCluskey's AI is there. Illyrian, I think, has front wing. No, whose front wing damage was that? Was it Jono's front wing flying off? Yes, it was Jono's front wing. Ran already up to P6 because of that whole lot of incidents. Dylan overtakes Zinc down into turn 14. So we already have a new race leader on this first opening lap. Charldinho and Moggy fighting for P3 down into turn 14. But Charldinho still keeping his P3, although not getting a greatest of exits on the exit of turn 16. The corner that was causing or caused a lot of trouble was turn whatever, fucking flipping 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, it's 6, 7, flipping 9 probably or something. I don't goddamn know anymore. Probably 9. It's the number. Wizzy Boy on the mediums already getting a good amount of places. Felix as well, from being dead last on the start, is already up to P10. It's taking the advantage of all the corners that took around him, and managing now to get himself P10. Yes, the race is long and far from over, but still P10. But he's 1.8 seconds behind Chimp, who's attacking mainly into turn 12 and 13. So Manly could have been in trouble, as he's out of the 1 second zone on Tessa. Now Chip is gonna try and overtake him into turn numero 14. And Chimp on the inside, Manly on the outside. Chimp has the better line and takes the P8 on the exit of turn 15. And that's Chimp up to P8. Dylan makes a new fastest lap of 1:34.624. DRS has been enabled as well. Zink's mission here is to keep Dylan within his DRS. Keep himself within Dylan's DRS, although that might be a little bit tricky, as Dylan of course has the better softs at this point of the race. So he could be a little bit in trouble of not making it. As well, with now coming up the twisty bits, or not really twisty, but just a high speed, where the softs are going to be coming alive compared to hards. But of course, Zink's pace is going to be going or trying to get back or level things out, but Zink is not looking great to get the DRS. There is detection zone is on the exit of turn 12 and into turn 13. Zink doesn't have the DRS on Dylan. Charldinho has the DRS on Zink, so Charldinho can close up to Zink a little bit, but as well Charldinho maybe is gonna have to use some of that ERS to catch up a little bit more, because this is a perfect opportunity to catch up to him a lot. Mark as well catching up to Charldinho. Wizzy Boy sending it on JSTM into turn 14 on the inside, and he gets him on the exit of turn 15 with the better traction that he has on those mediums, and he's up to P5. The F2 championship leader is doing great things as of right now in F1 as well, in the top 5 on lap 4. But he's on the medium, so the drivers around him are going to be going for the hards as well with Dylan, as there are yellow flags. That's Felix spinning. I was complimenting him earlier in the race, him having an amazing start, but all of a sudden he finds himself in the grass in turn 2, or going into turn 2. Maybe some contact with someone, although he last time that I checked, he wasn't near anyone, at least ahead. But now he's down to P14. Ryan already making his comeback drive, and he's already up to P12 from P18 after turn 2. That wasn't really great of an exit out of turn 11 from Ryan. TLW is gonna get the DRS on KA. Meanwhile, Zink is gonna have the DRS on... No, he doesn't have the DRS on Dylan. He doesn't have the DRS, so Charldinho yet again has an opportunity to close up to Zink. Of course, not really overtake him, because sending it from 5 tenths down, you're not Charles Leclerc from Las Vegas, from just this morning Las Vegas. You're not him. You are just a virtual racer here in HOR, here in the F1 game, and it works a little bit different. Tessa overtakes JCM. JCM doesn't have really that great of a pace as of right now, compared to the other races that he's been driving in, and the other that I've been commentating and I've seen, which is basically just this league. But at the moment, it's not really looking great for him. Only down in P7, and his championship rival Tessa has overtaken him. They're level on points, so it is important for Tessa as well to as well catch or to overtake JCM. But the same goes the other way. That JCM needs to just finish ahead of Tessa this race to be ahead of Tessa, as Tessa goes wide on the X of turn 11. And meanwhile, at the top, Dylan's softs are not looking great anymore. They have already run out of grip, or that grip that they normally have, as Charldinho has been overtaken by Moggy on the extra of turn 13. Behind them there is Wizzy Boy. I don't think he's trying to fight him, but Charldinho has the DRS, the same with Moggy. Zink is gonna of course overtake Dylan into turn 14, and he retakes the race lead from Dylan. Charldinho and Moggy. Charldinho sends it on the inside of Moggy, and he is now ahead on the X of turn 15. Yes, he is now ahead. Moggy doesn't have that much ERS though. Charldinho still has good chunk of amount of ERS. Wizzy Boy now overtakes Moggy on the start finish straight, as he has more ERS, and he's gonna overtake him, although Moggy's gonna send it into turn 1 and 2 on the inside. Is Moggy gonna leave in space into turn 3? Well, it's just a little touching on the exit, or on the apex. But now, side by side, Moggy just goes off track by himself. Wizzy Boy manages to overtake him into turn 6. I mean, Moggy, in my opinion, just went off track himself. There, going into turn 5, I think he just went off track himself. Wizzy Boy left him just enough space to, now he just tried to cut the corner, but there's a sausage crisp on the inside, and he now almost loses the DRS on Wizzy Boy, which isn't of course ideal, but he's still gonna have the DRS on Wizzy Boy. Charldinho, he really needs to overtake Dylan here on this straight if he wants to still think of fighting with Zink. Catching. Dylan has no ERS anymore, and Charldinho moves up into P2. And now it's Dylan or Wizzy Boy who's gonna have to overtake him. Behind that's Felix off track. Tessa and JCM fighting on the X of turn 15 and into turn 16. Tessa is ahead, but behind them there's Chimp, who can easily take advantage of this. JCM has the DRS on Tessa. He's gonna be closing. He's gonna probably attack him on the outside, and around the outside JCM is gonna try, and contact between them a little bit, sliding from JCM there. Chimp now doesn't get the greatest of exits on the exit of turn 2, and those up ahead of Chimp are still side by side, not anymore. Tessa moves up ahead. Felix retires in the pits. JCM, is he gonna send it into turn 6? No, he isn't. He sent a fake one that forced Tessa to miss the apex, and that's Tessa still back ahead on JSTM. Charldinho really needs to close that gap on Zinc to think to, if he wants to think about trying and just overtaking him or battling him for the race lead and for the championship. Because, well, Zinc is still gonna be leading. I mean, I kind of doubt that Zinc is gonna be dropping. Unless he makes a mistake, of course. Unless Zinc makes a mistake or someone just punts him off. Basically doing a terrorism attack, you could say. As JCM overtakes Tessa into turn 14, Tessa still stays on the outside, but on the exit, Tessa tries to go for a switchback on JCM, but he doesn't get the grace of exit. Chimp has lost a lot of time to this as he gets a 3-second time penalty. Tessa now gets the DRS on the exit of turn 16. On the start finish rate, is he gonna go on the inside? No, he isn't. He lifts off, and JCM stays 6th for now, at least. Tessa doesn't really want to overtake him. Ryan overtakes TLW into turn 1, although TLW is still there. He sends it into turn 1 and 2. Felix leaves the session, of course. Ryan still on the left. He's still there. I'm not getting really great cameras. There it is. And Ryan is still side by side with TLW, and he's going to be on the outside of turn 5 and 6. Breaking into turn 6, he's gonna try and overtake him on the switchback. The answer is yes, but he doesn't really manage. Oh, there's I mean, TLW kind of closed the door. There's a slight little bit of lag going on as TLW just goes straight through TLW. Now TLW is behind. The fuck? Okay, there's a low... So, TLW has left the session, so that makes easier for Ryan now. Yeah, it makes a lot easier for Ryan now. Even if TLW's AI is gonna overtake him, which I probably don't think it is gonna be overtaking him. But unless he even tries to overtake, he can just go straight through him. Behind him, though, is Darwizzy, who can close up on Ryan, of course. Charldinho has managed to close the gap under 1 second, but behind he has as well towed Dylan in and Wizzyboy. So it sort of works as well nicely that he towed them too as well, so they're still within the vicinity of getting the DRS, but especially Wizzyboy. But other than that, I don't think it's gonna be good for Charldinho as much at the moment. That Dylan is that close behind. There is another horse just ahead of them. That's Jono being 53 seconds behind Szczesny. And Szczesny is P16. Just starting lap 9 of his. Jono making a mistake, going to turn 10 and 11. I mean, with those mistakes, he's going to be getting lapped. The only thing that can save him now is a safety car. The same thing with Dylan. Only thing that can save him now, really, on this interesting strategy, let's say, is a safety car. As well with ERS, because Wizzyboy has got 50% of ERS. He has only close to under 10%. Charldinho has like 40%. Zinc has like about 60%. So Dylan around here is not going to be playing as nicely as you would have wanted, as Wizzyboy is going to try and overtake him on the inside of turn 14, and he's going to make them stick on the inside on the exit of turn 14 and 15, and Wizzyboy manages to move up into P3. It is a Alpine 2 and 3 at the moment. Alpines are going to be closing in on McLaren in the constructors, because 25 plus 15, 12, 10, 8, so that's 25, that's like 33, and then 18 plus, it's actually not, there won't be. Tess and Chimp fighting for P7, so Chimp has gained some time on the two ahead. Now it's more about Tessa and Chimp fighting it. Tessa goes defensive going to turn 6, and Chimp is going to try and on the switchback, but he doesn't get the good exit that he would have wanted, and he has to stay behind Tessa. But actually, McLaren are still going to be outscoring McLaren. McLaren are still going to be outscoring Alpine. because 18 and 15, that's 33. Wait, hold on. And then 24. It's gonna be it's gonna be equal on points, actually. It's gonna be equal on points. Yeah, it's gonna be equal on points of this race, or equal on points. I mean, like, with the how much they'll be gaining on how much they'll be getting points after this race. Now, I mean, Wizzy Boy has caught up to these two, but he sends a late one. Or late one. He just outbreaks himself. It's not that he sent one. It's just that he outbreaks himself into turn 14. But he still has a DRS on the 2 ahead. Not the same that you can say for Dylan. He just has to really manage the tires and that. Manage the tires, manage the pace, and just pit whenever he needs to. Because behind there's gonna be Moggy trying to getting himself to Dylan closer. Those mediums hards are gonna be better at this point of the race, which has been shown that Zink and Charldinho have both overtaken him. Wizzy Boy at this stage of the race as well. Those mediums are not gonna be on the greatest shape. They won't have the advantage on the hards anymore. He's just about within that DRS. Chesney overtakes McCluskey, although McCluskey is an AI that I forgot about. So McCluskey has actually joined back in on lap 11, while he's just dropped behind Chesney, and he's 42 seconds behind the leader. Rather interesting. Charldinho is close to Zink. He might think of an overtake. Little bit lag because of someone probably leaving. That's TLW again. Charldinho is gonna go to the inside of turn 14. And Zink, is he gonna try to go for a switchback? No, he isn't. At the back, Wizzy Boy has made a mistake on the exit. That is gonna cost him the DRS. But Charldinho is our new race leader going on the exit of the final corner. Zink is too far back to think to overtake Charldinho. So Charldinho is definitely our new race leader going into turn 1 and 2. In the meantime, Dylan pits from his softs to the from the softs to the hards probably. Yeah, for the hards, I would have been very surprised if he would have gone for the mediums. Dylan tries to overtake Darwizy on the outside of turn 1. We have very brave overtake. Although he's going to have the inside going into turn 3. Darwizy defends himself beautifully. Block pass into turn 2. That is allowed. Unless it's said differently. But I think in GT racing at least it is illegal. I don't think it is illegal here. I'm just not sure that it is legal or illegal. I'm just not sure. JCM, Tessa and Chimp still close between each other, but not as close not as feisty anymore around here. It's mainly about here at the top, as CLW has joined back in. Zink is gonna have the DRS, of course, on Charldinho. Wizzy Boy has caught up to them, but Zink is gonna be trying to overtake Charldinho into turn 14. No, he isn't. He stays behind. Saves his ERS. Just chills out. Long race still to go. Like 16 laps to go. He doesn't really need to push. As Charldinho makes a mistake. But Zink as well makes a mistake on the exit of the final corner. Wizzy Boy goes into the pits to pit for his heart. So he's going to be going for the undercut, of course. That could work around here. Because here tires are a very big thing, as Manly gets a 3-second time penalty. Wizzy, of course, pits for the hards, as expected, really. I don't think anyone would have expected him to go for the softs, as Tessa overtakes JSTM into turn 1 and 2 and 3, or they're just very close between each other. Chimp is close behind JSTM, but I don't think he's going to be sending it into turn 6. No, he isn't. Now Wizzy Boy can undercut the 2 ahead, as there's a spinner that's Jono ahead. Thankfully it is ghosted. He doesn't have any fronting damage even, so he should be fine. CLW again leaves the session. I think he at this point he should just give up, really, and he's just causing probably a load of lag and that. basically what I'm saying is a lag that loses time for some people. I don't know, at least probably for me it would have happened like 5 times. Darwizi goes wide on the exit of turn 10, but Ryan has as well lost his rear end on the exit of turn 11. Darwizi is going to have the DRS, of course, on Ryan. Just depends how close is he going to be. Jono lets through the drivers because he's lapped, of course. Darwizi is going to be gaining on Ryan. Is he going to try and overtake him? Ryan doesn't have the DRS. Is he going to send it? He isn't going to send it. He faked a send on Jono, you could say, because he is going wide. But of course, that's just letting through drivers. He doesn't want to harm anyone in here. If something, well, now he's just probably caused a heart attack for Dylan. TLW joins back in. Wizzy Boy is in this traffic, which doesn't help. He's going to be going side by side with Darwizi into turn 1, his championship rival, and it is Wizzy Boy ahead. He a little bit forces Darwizi off track, and massive amount of chaos a little bit in here. As Wizzy Boy has overtaken as Ryan, as he didn't get the greatest of runs in turn 1 and 2 and 3. Wizzy Boy somehow overtakes Ryan, in my opinion. Darwizi tries to send it on Ryan. Dylan has overtaken Ryan as well. There's a lot amount of lag because of TLW. No, that is Jono. Ryan lets through Darwizi, I guess. Dylan and Wizzy Boy, they're the 2 drivers that you need to look out for, because they could be doing an undercut on Zink and Charldinho. As going back into these boys, Zink has the DRS, but I don't think he's going to be sending it on Charldinho into turn 14. No, he isn't. TLW again. Honestly, at TLW's seats, I would just give up. It's not working. If it's not working after like 6-7 tries, just don't do it. Tessa tries to overtake JSTM into the final corner side by side. That can be better for Chimp, as Tessa doesn't have the DRS. JSTM has the DRS, but he's a little bit sandwiched between Tessa and JSTM. Chimp tries to go around the outside of Tessa into turn 1 and 2. Is he gonna make it work? Tessa is still there, but now Chimp is gonna have the inside going into turn 3 and 4, and he has overtaken both of them. So the two drivers scrambling. Third takes the advantage. That's at least a saying in Poland. At least I don't know how it is in English. Manly and Darwizi pitting for mediums at this stage of the race. Wizzy Boy and Dylan, how much are they losing? They're 19 seconds behind Zink in their position. I know that they probably don't want to work together at the moment. I don't know, but they need, if they want to be ahead of both of them, which on Wizzy's point of view may not be the greatest of ideas, because he's gonna have to let through Charldinho. He realizes that Charldinho he's in a very feisty championship battle here. CLW again join back in. But these two are gonna have to fight together, work together. As Tessa almost got sent it on JSTM. There goes the two, our top 2, Charldinho and Zink, into the pits at the same time. Marky as well goes in. Chimp stays on to 1 lap. Marky, Tessa, and JSTM pits. So Chimp is our new race leader at this point, at this stage of the race. JSTM could be getting let's say what's the word, blocked in the pits, but this has worked perfectly, and KA as well manages himself to get somehow involved in this, although he has 15 lap out mediums, so that's not great. Illyrian spins on the exit of the final corner. Has he got the front wing? I think he has. But that is Wizzy and Wizzy and Dylan 4 seconds out of Charldinho and Zink. So yeah, so it worked beautifully for these two. But Charldinho's and Zink's pace, they're gonna be rapid. They're gonna be faster than the two ahead for the entire rest of the race. In the end, the pace is gonna level out. Maybe the R's are gonna be faster for like a lap, but not significantly. So, and as well, Charldinho and Zink, they have an amazing pace overall. But as well, Dylan and Wizzy Boy, they have got a good pace. Dylan is gonna overtake Wizzy Boy. Wizzy Boy is not gonna fight it, neither does Dylan. It's the best for them if they want to fight for the P1. TLW again joins back in. Honestly, at this point, it's like his 10th try to join back in. I don't know why is he trying so hard. I get it, but if it's not working after 10 tries, it's not worth it at that point, in my opinion. JCM and Manly fight for P10. Cesar has made, so yes, JCM got blocked by Zink in the pit slightly. Or not really slightly, he's like a couple of seconds behind us. There is Chimp ahead of them, dangerously into turn 1, but there's nothing that he can do. Chimp got sandwiched between Manly and JCM into turn 1 and 2. I don't think there's any contact for Chimp, but Manly has re-overtaken JCM because of that. And he's up into P8. Chimp is gonna try and overtake JCM into turn 6, not hitting Manly, thank God. And JCM is gonna try to go for a switchback, and that's Chimp staying ahead of JCM, and in the lead, that is Charldinho. Within 1 second of Wizzy Boy, his teammate Marky overtakes KA. He's on 16 lap old mediums. He's going for the softs. This guy is really going for the softs. His tires are shot. They're really short. They're in the danger levels, you could say. He's not even going full throttle. He has a puncture. K has got a puncture on his probably in lap. Illyrian has spun on the exit of turn 11, and that's as well Charldinho ahead of his teammate Wizzy Boy, going into the turn 14 earlier in this lap, and Charldinho as well overtakes Dylan into turn 1, and Charldinho retakes the race lead, although Charldinho and Dylan, they're still fighting going into turn 1 and 2 and 3. Wizzy Boy is going to be doing like Checo 2021 in Abu Dhabi. He's going to be doing the windmang's work. He's going to be blocking Zink as much as possible so that Zink doesn't go ahead. Zink sent it on Wizzy Boy into turn 6. Did his absolute maximum that he could have done. And then Zink ahead of Wizzy Boy. Dylan has to as well give up on Charldinho. Charldinho already has 1 second on Dylan, which is very good for Charldinho. But for now, Zink is gonna be losing time on Dylan because, of course, Zink is gonna have to get the DRS on Dylan if he wants to get some time or get some like DRS. Manly has caused yellow flags. Zink is gonna get the DRS, of course, on Dylan. But Zink is gonna have to use some of his ERS to catch back up to Charldinho. But as well, Wizzy Boy 3 wide, or sorry, 2 wide, going into turn 14. Wizzy Boy is gonna, of course, send it into turn 14. He's gonna fight him like crazy, like a lion on the extra of turn 14. Of course, this pays beautifully for Charldinho. Zink doesn't really get the greatest of entries going into turn 16. Wizzy Boy is of course going to send it into the turn 1, but Zink makes a late launch or a late send into turn 1, and that's leering out. But these two are still going side by side going into turn 1 and 2. Wizzy Boy really trying to get ahead of himself out of Zink, trying to make the windmags work. Charldinho only can say thank you very much for that. Wizzy Boy, is Wizzy Boy going to send it into turn 6? No, he isn't, thank God. That would have been a very ambitious send, and I think over the top in terms of really trying to keep the championship alive for Charldinho. But Charldinho getting the amazing teammate work from Wizzy Boy, and Wizzy Boy is gonna have to pray and hope that this paid off nicely. I mean, it of course is gonna pay off nicely because Zink doesn't have the DRS on Charldinho. Charldinho is gonna have to only keep that gap alive there. Wizibo now goes off track on the exit of turn 13. But with fuel, it's gonna be very interesting with Charldinho. A little bit. I don't know the fuel usage around here. I've never done it. I don't think I've ever done a TT lap around here. Neither like a goddamn race lap around here. So I don't know what's the tire. I mean, tires is high around here, but I don't know the fuel usage. I don't know the ERS usage around here, or how much you gain back. I only know some at times because of F2. But the most important in this case is the fuel usage. For me, fuel usage, because Charldinho is 0.3 laps of fuel on the plus. I think Zink had a little moment on the exit of turn 6, a little oversteer in there. The TL should never raise this. Okay. I mean, he has been joining back in and disconnecting like 10-11 times in here, so he should have just probably given up like a long time already. I think, I don't know. I mean, it's just the fact that it's crossplay and it can for that as well. At least PlayStation players, it can really pay out badly if it's gonna lag, not in their favor, and just it's gonna actually lose them time, lose the DRS on the car ahead, or make the car ahead behind had the DRS. So it's not really ideal for that. Which I don't understand why he was joining back in and back out so many times. Yes, he's now back in, but he's on 19 lap on mediums. How is he so long on those mediums? He has to pit still. He's not making more than 20 laps on those mediums. No way. KO overtakes Szczesny way ahead of turn 14. Lassie is gonna overtake TL probably into turn 14, although TLW is using a lot of VRS to keep himself ahead. Lassie now with the DRS, he's gonna manage to go side by side with him into turn 14. TLW is still on the outside, not anymore on the outside, and Lassie makes a move down for P14. TLW still has time, opportunity. No, he goes into the pits. That's really what I was expecting him to do. In 19 lap on mediums, I'm surprised he doesn't have a puncture at this point. I'm very surprised that he doesn't have a puncture. Like, K had 18 lap on mediums, and he had a puncture on the main straight, on the very long straight, the front left. I don't know how the hell didn't K had a puncture. So TLW has mainly spins on the exit of turn 10 and going into turn 11, and that's 9 going into turn 10, and that's mainly down into P11. Does he have he has front wing damage as well, so either he's gonna fight the damage and help his teammate to get the DRS as well, or he's gonna pit and probably be lost. If we don't, I mean, behind McCloskey, at least. Behind McCloskey. Ahead of TLW, that's for sure, but behind McCloskey. What's it gonna be for Manly? What? Oh, he's giving him the DRS here! Oh, that's smart as well. So, Manly goes into the pit, but as well gives KA the DRS and retires there, which, I mean, fair enough. It is way better decision than Hungary, just crashing yourself out. As Zink has caught up to Charldinho's 1 second, but back to Manly, it is way better like that, instead of crashing yourself on purpose, causing a yellow flag, a safety car, and like this that you did. You retired in the pits, and you gave your teammate DRS, which Zink is gonna have right now, and he's gonna probably overtake Charldinho into turn 14, gaining to the inside, to the right, sends it there, and he's gonna be leading the race after the exit of turn 15. And Dylan as well trying to overtake Wizzy Boy on the exit of turn 15 into turn 14. Going into now 16, Wizzy Boy is still ahead. So Dylan is gonna have to live for another day, although he has minus amount of fuel. Dylan is gonna try and send it on Wizzy Boy though into turn 1, and he manages to overtake him. But the difference is Wizzy Boy has fuel to the end. Dylan doesn't. Enough. He doesn't have enough fuel to the end. He has minus 0.2 laps of fuel. Charldinho, how much does he have even? Plus 0.3. Oh, okay, yeah. 0.2 about in the middle. So he's gonna be fine in the end. Like on lap 19, I checked, and he had like plus 0.3 or somewhere on there. So he's gonna be fine. Szczesny goes into the pits. Absolutely no safety cars in this race. Complete opposite of F2. In F2 there was 2 virtual safety cars in the sprint, and then 1 safety car in the main race. And this thing was, and there it was like it was like chaos. There were like laps on every single lap, and there were multiple fights going on at the same time. Charldinho, is he gonna send it on Zinc into turn 14? Yes, he is gonna send it to the inside. Zinc, is he gonna try and do a switchback on him? No, he doesn't. In the meantime, Wizzy Boy re-overtakes Dylan into turn 14, as Dylan probably overtook him just before the corner, and he sent it back on him. Very beautiful. I mean, it depends how it was. If that's how it is, how I described it, then yes, it is a beautiful move. But if it was just Dylan saving fuel, then still a good move to get back into P9. We go. Ryan overtakes Darwizzy for P9. Ryan's race hasn't gone really the best, but he's still in the. But anyways, he's in the points now. He goes wide though in turn 16 now. Darwizzy is gonna have the DRS a little bit. I guess drafting there, or drafting, just pushing Ryan. And Darwizzy on the inside, is he gonna overtake him? Yes, he is. Ryan is not gonna really fight this. Dylan overtakes Wizzy Boy though to the turn on the exit of turn 6 and going into turn 9. Good move by Dylan. There are yellow flags. That's TLW going wide in turn 13, very wide. Ryan re-overtakes Darwizzy though on the exit of turn 6. A little bit of contact, I think, or just Darwizzy losing it. So Ryan is back up to P9. McCluskey goes for the fastest lap probably. Zinc is gonna have the DRS on Charldinho, but he doesn't use it. No usage of DRS. He is saving ERS. He has got beautiful strategy going on. Charldinho is gonna make it with the fuel, I think so. Wizzy Boy and Dylan now behind them. There are Moggy and Tessa behind them. Moggy has a 3-second though, unless he picked up another warning, or somehow I don't know, somehow he's gonna get that warning off. Then he's equally in the contention for the final podium place, as Dylan makes a mistake, and there is, I mean, Tessa tried to look for space to attack Dylan, but he didn't get it. Dylan made a slight mistake on the extra turn 4 that could have allowed Moggy to overtake him, or to get past him, but that's Dylan still in P4. Wizzy Boy still has like about 30% of ERS. Dylan has only like 15% of ERS. Moggy has no ERS from like lap 3 to lap 2, probably. I think so. Tessa barely stays in the DRS. Does he have the flashing red light? No, he doesn't. Szczesny, of course, goes for the fastest lap. McCluskey is going to be going for the fastest lap as well. Zinc not close enough to overtake Charldinho. He's going to be, of course, saving his ERS and all his energy to overtaking Charldinho on the final lap. Meanwhile, in this pack, Dylan closing on Wizzy, closing. He's gonna send it into turn 14. No, he doesn't actually. He fake sends it. And Wizzy Boy stays in third. Monkey as well stays in fifth. Tessa still stays in sixth, but it gets closer to Moggy. And the pack ahead as Moggy is right behind Dylan's gearbox. But he isn't going to be able to overtake him as Dylan goes for the move on Wizzy. Side by side going to turn 1 and 2 between the two hard runners. This of course plays beautifully for Tessa. The two make now contact on the exit of turn 4. They're still side by side. And as it looks like Dylan is ahead. Wizzy Boy still on the outside. There's a little bit of contact. Monkey hits Wizzy Boy into turn 6. Monkey now is side by side with Wizzy Boy, but Wizzy Boy gets a better exit. Wizzy Boy's gonna try and send it on Dylan into turn 8 and 9, but he's gonna have to stay behind. Monkey as well has to stay behind. Tessa as well has to stay behind. It's Dylan ahead of Wizzy Boy, but the gap is not really amazing for Dylan as Wizzy Boy is right behind him as he makes a mistake. He tries to play DRS games while this whole pack is going on. He probably has the DRS, but it's not really playing up for him as there's contact between him and Moggy. It's actually more playing out better for Wizzy Boy. And into turn 14, Wizzy Boy is still ahead. Behind him is set 3 wide. Tessa overtakes both Dylan and Moggy. And into turn 14, it's Dylan sends it on Tessa into turn 14 a little bit, trying to force himself in there. Dylan's strategy clearly didn't work out. He tried to get the DRS on Wizzy Boy, but he cost himself 2 positions in there. Wizzy Boy's strategy of just going ahead of Dylan, not doing the scrap, has actually worked because the 3 behind were just scrapping too much. Lost too much time, and it may actually play out worse for both of them, because they're of course on the hards. Dylan tries to overtake Tessa now into turn 6 around the outside, sends it on the outside. Is he gonna get a better exit off of turn 6? Well, they're still side by side. Tessa a little bit turns in on him, I think. Into turn 8, Tessa on the inside now. Now he's on the inside, Tessa. He was earlier on the outside, but Tessa manages still to be ahead. Tessa had a little bit of a moment going into turn 11 and 12. 10 and 11. Behind Dylan is close behind us. Tessa doesn't have the gap to get the DRS. He doesn't have the gap. He doesn't get the DRS on Wizzy Boy. Wizzy Boy, I mean, Dylan's strategy clearly didn't work as up ahead. Zinc close behind Charldinho, but of course he's not gonna overtake him. Behind them, Dylan is gonna be closing on Tessa. Monkey is as well closing, using none of his DRS. He's still enabling his DRS. ERS, well, he doesn't have it. Sends it around the outside of Dylan, but Dylan leaves no room as he forces Moggy off track into the gravel trap, and this allows Dylan to have no DRS. Dylan's strategies clearly aren't working. First one to have the DRS on the main straight as Moggy now sends it on Dylan into turn 1 and 2 on the inside, and Moggy is now ahead of Dylan. Dylan's strategies clearly didn't work. It started, or his strategy of trying to get himself the DRS as he loses it a lot on the exit of turn 4. His strategy clearly didn't work to get the DRS on Wizzy Boy 2 laps ago, and this costed him a possible podium place. He's going to P5 at least on the finish line. After all of that, now these two, are there going to be any DRS games? Charldinho, of course, is going to be slowing down. He's going to be trying to play these DRS games. He doesn't want to be ahead, but he's going to have to just fight with it. Charldinho, he's slowing down. He didn't get the greatest of exits, as there's a load of scrapping behind, but Zinc is going to make the decisive move to take the race lead going into turn 14. Charldinho is going to probably send it into 14, and on the outside he's going to have to take it on the exit of turn 15. Zinc kind of turned in on charldinho on the exit, but Zinc going through the final corner is gonna finish the race as P1, wins the Chinese Grand Prix here in China, extends his championship lead to 16 points, I believe. Wizzy Boy, I think, is gonna take P3. There's a load of scraps behind at that time. JSTN somehow is there. How the hell JSTN all of a sudden got P10 while he was like PA or something? Dylan is only P8, Moggy P7 only. What the hell has happened behind here as well? I was so focused on the two ahead, Zinc and charldinho. I don't know what the hell has happened behind, but Wizzy Boy is third, Tessa P4, Chimp P5. How the hell has Chimp and JSTM managed to get it somehow themselves into that fight? As well, how the hell has Monkey finished, 4 seconds behind JSTM on track, and Dylan as well, 5 seconds behind Monkey. Darwizzy P9, K P10, Chesney P11, Ryan P12, and McCluskey 13th. Ooh la la! This was a good race. This was a good race to commentate on. A lot of action going on. Not maybe every single lap, not like F2, where there's like multiple fights going on at the same time. But it is still Zinc on top. Even though charldinho tried to play DRS games with him, didn't get the aggressive exits on the exit of turn 13, and that's Zinc on the top step. Here in China, extends his championship lead to actually 17 points, because here it's the that you get point for pole position, isn't it? So it's actually 17 points ahead. Unless Zinc got the fastest lap, there's going to be 18, but I doubt it. Yeah, Chesney got the fastest lap, 32.9. Charldinho finishes second, Wizzy Boy third, Tessa fourth, Chimp fifth, JSTM sixth as well. Tessa gains points on JSTM, Moggy P7, Dylan P8, Darwizzy P9, K P10, Chesney P11, Ryan P12, McCluskey 13th. TLW finishes the race, lap down, and then Menley, Illyrian, Jono, and Felix, drivers who haven't finished the race. And that's the race done, dusted, and we move on to the next race. That is, no, I'm not from I'm not from Denmark. I'm not from Denmark. I literally said at one point on the stream, I said that I don't know what's the phrase in Polish. That gave it away that I'm probably Polish, but I do in fact live in Finland. So yeah, no, I'm not Danish. I'm far from Danish. I don't want to speak. Danish is close to Swedish, which I don't want to speak Swedish. But yeah, I'm not from Denmark. I'm definitely not from Denmark. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna be talking about. Oh yeah, next race. As well, the constructors McLaren are gonna be extending the championship lead in there. Excuse me. Even more, excuse me. Next week, it is Mexico, Viva la Mexico, Mexico City. Next week, the track that is the highest placed track on the calendar, but of course the track is on the game is not really recreated like the way, because if it would have been the same like in real life, then the straight line speeds, flipping hell, everyone would be running 50-50 wings, around here, and then still they will be getting like 350 kilometers an hour. God damn, if anyone would have run 00 wings, they would be going 400 probably. If not for that rev limiter, sadly. But like 370 probably or something. What even is the top speed? I don't even know, but probably something like that. Because the air is just so thin there around the yeah, but next week it is Mexico City, the track that has a long straight, 3 chicanes, no, not 3 chicanes, actually. I mean, 2 chicanes, or long straight, 1 chicane, second straight chicane, and then the twisty bit, there you need the downforce, second sector, and then into the stadium section, there you need as well downforce. But you really need to control your car on the low speeds, and then you need a good exit out of the stadium on the final corner, and to either start or finish the lap, or just continue the race, or just like try and stay within the DRS or outside of the DRS. Actually, no, you're gonna be the DRS detection zone is before the final corner. So, anyways, yeah, that was a very good race. Congrats for Zinc on winning the race, but still congrats for Charldinho to making it more interesting, and even more congrats to Wizzy Boy on getting P3, and as well making it even more interesting for the final, for the one part of the race where he was defending like a lion on one part of the race. But yeah. Yeah, see you on that was way too late. I don't check the flippy. I don't check the I don't check the goddamn thing. But yeah, see you guys next week. For oh yeah, of course, still ran out of fuel. For flip's sake. Yeah. See you next week on Friday for F2. My voice at least, but of F1 of course next week. So, ciao.